Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
It was not my intention to have a baby with a broke, grown, 45-year-old man, but I did. So here's the lies that he told me at the beginning of our relationship to make me think he was someone he wasn't, because that's what men do, men lie. Like I said, when we first met, it was right after the Lahaina fires. Nobody even remembers this. It's a really big tragedy that happened, and it is real, and it's still affecting Maui. So we met after that. That's actually why we met, basically, is the Lahaina fires. He was in Oahu, blah, blah, blah. Go watch the story time. So our first time meeting, he told me he had a house there. I assumed it was a small house because I don't know if you guys have looked at real estate in Lahaina. It's crazy. So I assumed he had a very small house, and I kind of was under the impression that he owned it at first, and then I gathered that he rented it. Fine. That's fine. I don't care. I'm also just not a gold digger. Nothing wrong with gold diggers. Smarter than me, obviously. Everybody's made that clear. Smarter than me. It's just not in me to do that. I've never cared. I am starting to care a little bit more now, but I wasn't looking for anything serious. I didn't need the gold. And I had fun, and I liked him, and it was just genuine, pure, like.
Like what? Don't know. I wasn't looking for gold, but now I am. But he had a big house and then he didn't. But I wasn't looking for gold, I was looking for fun. Well, you did get your fun, and now because of too much fun, you're having a baby. I can really tell if you're trying to make yourself look better, but you didn't.
Went out on a date with a guy who ghosted me. A couple of months ago, I met this guy off Hinge. He was really cute. We hit it off. We went on a couple of dates. Like, the dates were really fun. We vibed on a lot of things. Like, he was really into fashion. He was kind of spiritual, loved traveling. We kind of enjoyed going to the same places, had like friends all over the world. So it was like a really nice connection. But I have this thing with like texting, and I never like believe and buy into this thought that like people are too busy. And again, like, I'm not saying you have to be on your phone all the time, but communication is pretty important to me. I feel like also in between dates, it like builds emotional connection. So if it's not like very good conversations, I kind of like, it's not my thing.
Like communication is like important to like me. Now I like, of course, like Gareth.
I have been going through a really hard time with the unemployment and my grandma and everything. So I was also not in the best headspace where I didn't have enough patience for things to kind of play out. So after a couple of dates, I had kind of told him, like, you know what, I think this communication style is just like not working for me. I value this a lot. It's something that's important to me. He was like, at first, like, he was like, yeah, I'll work on it. Like, I get it. But somehow, like, nothing really changed in the beginning. And I was just like, oh, like, I can't be with this. And I kind of like ended things, and then I deleted his number, which I do. It's just like a cleansing thing. It's a ritual because I don't need to like be blocking people. And I guess he thought he was blocked. So he kind of never reached out. Although if you really wanted to, you would. But I then, some days like passed, some weeks passed, I had like reflected on things, and I was like, you know what, whatever. It is what it is. But then I see him on Hinge again, and his profile's like very inspired by like certain things I said, which I find partially cringe, partially like, okay, like flattering my ego, but like weird as whatever. So I make a joke on his Hinge profile that I like see again. We get to talking, and we went out last night. And it's so funny to see how when you're in a different place and your energy switches up.
Yeah, usually the place is called desperation. He wasn't matching your like energy because he wasn't like on your like level of like communication, and then he ghosted you, and then you found him on Hinge and pretty much asked him out on a date. That's not just desperation, that's rock bottom level of desperation.
No one wants to work anymore. No, it's because men picked up podcast mics instead of a career.
No worries, she will explain. Someone left a comment saying, "And what about the women?" To which he responds, well, women tend to discuss interesting things on podcasts, whereas men have one epiphany, the same exact thought I had as a 7-year-old, and make a podcast. And yet the biggest, oh my god, girlies podcast is Call Her Daddy, in which what's her face is bringing other women to talk about how much they sleep with men sometimes they don't even know. And of course that's more productive than men's podcast, because they're helping pharmaceutical companies to sell more antibiotics. But what if the question was, what about the women, as in, forget about men's podcast, what about the women that don't want to work anymore? But speaking of brain dead, how about this one?
Misandry isn't a thing because misandry injury rarely, if ever, results in violence towards men.
So it's not a thing because it doesn't happen too often. Got it. But also on the brain dead,
Why are women called gold diggers, but there's not a name for men who only date attractive women?
there is a name for that and it's called normal. Always has been. There is also a name for people like you and those are called vegetables.
I hate to be the friend that's always like, that's the bare minimum, that's the bare minimum. But girl, it is the bare minimum. He paid for your food? Great, my dad does that. He said that you were pretty? My mom does that every single day, and all her Facebook friends do too. Oh, he opened your door? My gay best friend does that. It is the bare minimum, girl, because if he's your boyfriend or if he's your partner, he should want to do those things for you. And if my friends and my family can already do the things that he's doing without romantically loving me, then it is the bare minimum, because a boyfriend who romantically loves you should want to push for more and do more than what you already get. I pay for my friends' dinner. I compliment my friends. Like, have you seen what I post in their Instagram comments on their hot pictures? Like, if he's not doing more than that, if he's not doing more than your best friend would do for you, then it's the bare minimum, okay? Because if my gay best friend can open my doors, and if my mom can pay for my dinners, and if my dad can compliment me daily, and if my dad can text me every single day.
Alright, that will be enough. Your dad wanted to have you, I don't. Your mom pays for your dinner, so you pay for your friends. That makes you good with money. I get exactly what I want from the girls I'm seeing for $80 an hour. If you cost more than that, that's a problem. If you're not doing a better job than they are, that's bare minimum. Ever wonder why the hardcore feminists are pushing empowering when it comes to adult movies or OF and sites like that, but at the same time they never push for legalizing the oldest profession in the world? Is it because that's not empowering, or is it because they know if they do, then 80% of women will have nothing to offer?
The number of men in their 30s and 40s that are still acting like they're 20, that have no life, no emotional intelligence, no wife, no kids, no family, no stable life, that are refusing to get married because women cannot be trusted and because they're getting all the benefits of having a wife from a girlfriend is scary.
Not for me, it isn't. And I may not have emotional intelligence because that's only known to women, but I have the required intelligence to understand that it sucks to be you and also to not give up. You, on the other hand, have the emotional intelligence of a 10-year-old, because we can see it from the way we recorded this video, and you also have the required intelligence to say something like, men who have no life get all the benefits from having a girlfriend. How come? I thought all the queens such as yourself are happier being single and also don't go for men who have no life.
The girl that canceled her 30th birthday trip to Paris because she feels so fulfilled with her boyfriend. I'm sorry, I don't mean this to be like a hating video, but I feel like I could speak to this because I too am turning 30. And I too booked a trip for my 30th birthday, and I'm never going to cancel that. Prince Charming could literally knock on my door right now, give me everything that I want. He could probably give me $1 million, and I still would go on my trip. I scrolled so fast, like after I realized what the video was.
I tried to listen to the rest of the video, but she lost me at $1 million. A free drink for 30 seconds of disappointment behind the dumpsters? Yeah, absolutely, but $1 million? Come on now. And you're not gonna give up on your trip. That's great, no one asked you to. She did, and I'm pretty sure no one asked her to either. And the difference between the two of you is she's in a happy long-term relationship and you're doing this.
There's nothing more humiliating than being dumped by a bald man. He dumped me. 6 dates. 6 dates. I was planning our future, knew the names of our future dogs, and he dumped me. I have all this hair. And he dumped me. I liked him for his personality. His personality. I don't need a hat to look hot. And he dumped me.
She's right, she doesn't need a hat, she needs makeup. About everything else, of course she was wrong. There's something way more humiliating. It took him 6 dates to get to know you. 6 dates before he left. How can he ever show his face in public again?
So let me explain to you why the average man is finished, right? Because I said this yesterday, and what I got was met with a load of responses from pretty girls that want to say things like, it's not that important about a Ferrari, it's more important things like loyalty and for someone to be a gentleman, etc. And that's a lovely thought, right? But the fact of the matter is, the average man doesn't have any of them qualities anyway. The average man is an absolute scumbag at best. Trust me, as a man, I know.
Princess, you're not gonna be the next top G, just stop it. And also, cause I know you won't. When you're trying to sell courses to men to be more like you, insulting the average man might not be the best way to do it. The top Cobra G or whatever he was calling himself knew that and he didn't, at least at the beginning. And truth be told, plenty of average men are married or have girlfriends or are getting married, and you are on TikTok trying to sell courses.
But a lot of people will just marry whoever they're dating in their mid-20s.
31-year-old here. Something really funny that happens at 30 is that those people who have been dating someone for a majority of their 20s and who don't get married between 25 and 29, most of the time break up with that person at 30 or 29, 30. So like she said, if you are in your mid-20s and you're watching people from 25 to 29 get married and you're like, oh my God, what about me? Take your time, like, chill, but also just wait, because at 29 the breakups start happening and they're beautiful.
Take your time, but also just wait. Sure, why not? Yeah, something happens at 30. It's usually the time when you go on TikTok trying to convince everyone else how happier you are being single. And of course it's beautiful. But you wanna know what's even more beautiful than that? It usually comes at around 40.
I can't sleep, I can't eat, I can't drink anything without feeling pain and pain, true pain.
Hey, Redman.
Hi.
How?
Alright, this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and I will see you in the next one.